Welcome back to Pure Mayhem. It's your host, Michael Lari. I'm especially excited for today because it's Wednesday. It's challenge day. It's my favorite show's day. So you know I'm about to talk a lot. Like, I'm fucking lit right now. We are starting off with the Challenge All-Stars Rivals on MTV. This is episode 2. Pretty much, we left off last episode with 4 winners. It was Nani and Turbo, Ashley and Dario, Adam and Steve, and Devin and Leroy. We really didn't get to see how people go into elimination, who gets to determine who they go into elimination, what the stars mean, what exactly is the format of this season, and I hope we find out this episode. So let's get right fucking into it. So once again, this is right after the challenge. They really don't know the format of the game or the rules, so they're all partying right now. I don't know why people aren't stressed the fuck out and politicking, but whatever. I love that they're having a good time. Melissa is giving beautiful goddess. Look at them. They're all drinking, having fun. I mean, it's the first night, so they better live it up while they can, especially when they don't know the rules and they can kind of, have hopeful thinking. And the game is still light and fun because no one's made any enemies yet or anything like that. And they don't really, the stars mean and all that shit. We then have the scene cut to Adam and Steve in their room doing math, quizzing each other, still being annoyed by each other. But they're the winners of today's challenge and they fucking killed it. And they're a guy team, so they have a threat. So winning is great, especially with the low amount of relationships they have in the game. With that, the challengers go to bed and it's the next morning. We have Amber, Big T, Ashley, L'Oreal, and they're all chatting in the gym. Amber's pretty much like, I want to win this season. I want to win for my baby. I need to secure this with Fessy, but I have to be able to trust him. I thought I was in the Big Brother Alliance during Double Agents and I wasn't, and that hurt me. But since she's won and since some time has passed, she's hoping that he will see that she is a good partner and that they can work well together. We then have this hilarious scene where making fun of Beth because of her 30-year-old jeans that she wore on the challenge years and years ago. Like, she's wondering how she can even have a pair of jeans for 30 years and that the only thing that she's had for 30 years was a mortgage. Melissa can hear this and she's a little annoyed. She feels like Nicole is drawing a lot of attention to herself. She's loud. She's being obnoxious by hanging people and roasting them, and it can put a target on their back. The scene then cuts to their challenge today, and it's fucking heights, as we can see. Now we know a bunch of them are not thrilled. Like, they're saying their ears are popping. They hate that they're going up an elevator. They're like, why today? Like, our second challenge in. They're counting how long the elevator ride is taking. Like, they are terrified. Everybody needs to piss. Everyone needs to shit. They're all nervous. Ashley is gagging. They look shook, scared. Look at Big T pouting. I'm fucking dead. Davon's like, why the fuck did I say yes to this shit? Like, it is what it is. Like, look at Davon's face, yo. Amber's like, are we there yet? Like, how high are we going? Like, what the fuck? They finally arrived to the top. Big T is already crying. You know what, sis? I'm kind of with you. I'm going to still do it. But I'm going to be scared and complaining probably the whole motherfucking time. Corey doesn't seem thrilled. He's like, damn, my partner about to quit and the challenge hasn't even started yet. TJ then tells them, like, hey, I'm about to tell you the rules of the game right now. As we know, our star holders, I just fucking realized that they're doing another challenge without having elimination. So those were just people to get the stars like they did in All Stars 4. Okay. He tells them and reminds them of the 4 pairs that are currently holding the stars, but it's going to be difficult to hold on to it the whole season because every challenge there's going to be teams winning, and that if they so happen to have a star, they would be the only pair/team who can't get their star stolen, and everyone else will remain on the chopping block, and they will all go back to the house and nominate one rival pair to send into elimination. And TJ reminds them, if you don't have a star, you can nominate yourself if you win. And if there isn't a star holder in the elimination, you can steal anyone's star that's up for grabbing. Today's challenge is called Edge of Glory. So he tells them that today's challenge is a 55-story building that they will be hanging over, and they're going to have to solve a math problem, both of them. Once they solve the equation, each pair is going to have to work together to grab these flags one at a time. There's 4 of them, and they have to grab them as fast as possible. They will only have 10 minutes to complete this, though. The catch is if their rival falls, so does the team. So it only takes one of them to cause her team to lose. Kellyanne voices that she's a little concerned because Sylvia doesn't like heights, which I didn't even remember that about Sylvia. She is strong, but looks like she's about to cry right now. The first 2 pairs to go are Devon and Shane, and Ashley and Anissa. Shane and Anissa are going to be the anchors, while Ashley and Devon grab the flags. These math problems don't seem to be too hard, to be honest. Come on. But you know what they always say? It's much simpler when you're not suspended over a tall building. Jesus. And girl, I'm with you. Shane and Devon solved the math before Anissa and Ashley. So if they just freaking finish faster than them, we already know that Shane and Devon are one of the ones to potentially win. Ashley and Anissa aren't too far behind, though. Devon looks cool, calm, collected. I figured she would be afraid of heights, and maybe she is, but she's good at controlling it, and she got that first flag. Look at it. Okay, Day. Anissa is terrified. She won't let Ashley go. And TJ's like, yo, go, grab the fucking flag. What are y'all doing? At least try, go. Anissa seems like she wants to be a floater, and she doesn't actually want to win. And TJ's like, yo, let Ashley get 1 flag. She's like, TJ, leave me alone. I'm not dealing with your shit right now. Devon and Ashley and Anissa and Shane are going. Beth is crying, and Nicole's like, girl, why are you crying? Stop showing them you're weak. Beth is like, this is my biggest fear. Bitch, everything's your biggest fear. All you want to do is quit. Where's your partner? Because you're pissing me off. Devon gets 1 flag and quits. Ashley and Anissa get no flag, doesn't even attempt, and gets disqualified. I'm disappointed in them. But now we got a guy pair, Adam and Steve, coming up, so we know they about to kill it. It's still crying. They're up next. Janae's trying to help her. TJ's trying to encourage her. She's like, I'll do it. Janae's like, sis, let me just at least solve the math problem. These two solve their math puzzle pretty quick. Now it's just whether Beth can get this flag portion done. Adam and Steve, we know, gonna have a breeze doing this. I'm not too worried. Beth is screaming. Janae's annoyed. She won't move. Janae's like, yo, bitch, why are you here? Like, why are we here? Like, did you not expect this to be a challenge? And the challenge, like, you've done many seasons. You know what happens here. Like, why come? Meanwhile, Adam and Steve are fucking killing it. Janae's watching like, I just wish that could be me. I just had a partner that would even just tie with me. Like, Janae wants to cry too. Not because she's scared, because she's getting frustrated. Like, poor Janae and Steve end up with 3 stars. The 4th star seems to be too far, so they both jump together for it. They grab that 4th star, and they're the team to beat right now. Beth and Janae get disqualified. Shocker. Is handling this really well, but I know she's pissed. She wants to keep her all-star reputation. She wants to win, and she knows she can't win with Beth, and just seeing it actually happen, I know it's devastating. The next pairs are Frank and Sam and Kellyanne and Sylvia. Now, Sylvia, we know, is scared. We don't really know how Frank or Sam feel about this. They haven't voiced it yet. They haven't shown them crying. I feel like these 2 pairs could do well, though, if they are into it. Kellyanne and Sylvia finished their math equation first. It's like, yo, Sylvia, if you are not going to try, like, we're in the lead right now. Like, let's just go home then. Like, the fuck? Like, let's just go home. As she's yelling about how she's got shit to do, let's just go home. Frank and Sam are like, I can't do it either. Like, nobody is feeling this challenge right now. Frank is over here judging Kellyanne, talking about how she shouldn't be fighting her. Now's not the time. You are just using it as a distraction because you don't want to go yourself. And both of the teams get disqualified. Like, what are we doing? The sounds is getting boring. And the next pair to come up is Ashley and Daria and Katie and Veronica. I'm not expecting much from Katie, but she might shock me. Let's see. They solved the math puzzle, and Veronica's like, hey, you want to try? Katie's like, no, like, quick. And then TJ's like, Katie, she's like, TJ, you already know what's up. Like, you know me. Like, why are you acting shocked for it? No. Like, I can love Katie. Like, don't even act surprised, CJ. Like, this is nothing you've never seen before. Like, do you want me to be like this? They get disqualified, and so do Ashley and Dario. They can't even get past the math puzzle. They're tired of standing up there because they're so scared. And both teams get disqualified. TJ calls them false stars instead of like, we know TJ is pissed. We know Big T and Corey are great competitors, but Big T's scared right now. So I'm gonna assume they're gonna be fucking disqualified. But we got two really, 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 really good, strong competitors in Amber B and Bessie. And I think that they're at least gonna try to get these flags, the first pair in like the last 6 or 8. So I'm excited. Bessie and Amber finished their math puzzle first, and Bessie even admits that he's a little scared. He just doesn't want to show Amber because he don't want to freak her out. He wants to get this done. He wants to get that W. But I'm thinking Amber B's feeling the same way. We know she ain't no slouch. While Big T and Corey are still doing their math, Big T doesn't even look like she's doing the math in her head. She is locked in elsewhere. She don't even want to be on this building. I'm pretty sure she's not imagining her on the building. Her mind is gone. While Fessy and Amber, they're on flag number 2, about to get 3. There's a third one. I might as well just jump because kill me now. Like, that's the view. I can see why everybody quitting. And the only thing that's holding Amber B from just free falling is Fessy right now. And he can let her ass go and he won't be falling with her. Like, she is almost laying down. Oh, hell no. She is strong to be messed with. And they're showing that they are a threat to win this final. She gets the 4th flag, and they join Adam and Steve as one of the only pairs to get 4 flags right now. And they don't need a jump for it. Big T and Corey are like, well, they won. We're not going to win. What's the point of trying? You didn't even try, though. So, disqualified. It actually starts to rain, and Nani and Turbo, Devin and Leroy, and other pairs that haven't gone yet are actually worried if they are even going to be able to. And they want to go because they don't want to risk losing their star. We come back from commercial and it's still pouring raining and it looks really bad. TJ has them all gathered inside, so I'm pretty sure they're not going to be able to compete. But we haven't seen this in a while, so I wonder what the alternative is. Devin and Leroy, Nani and Turbo, and Melissa and Nicole, that they could pretty much compete tomorrow, and if they beat Bessie and Amber's time, they win, or they can choose not to compete tomorrow and let Fessy and Amber win. And pretty much that's what all 3 teams do. They're all terrified. They're all scared. And like, nah, TJ, fuck that. Secretly, some of them are like, I think we're good politically that we won't be throwing in and that maybe our stars will be safe for the ones that do have it. And they basically let Amber and Fessy win. And good for them because they did kill it. But it's funny because Melissa was not going to probably try anyway. After the challenge, we see Frank, Nani, Ashley, and Nicole chatting on the couch, and Frank is throwing out a name first, and he's saying Adam and Steve's name. I mean, are we shocked? I'm pretty sure everyone was thinking it, but he does a little political move and tells them, like, hey, let's just vote in the least connected pair in the game, and that's Adam and Steve. They're a strong team. No one has a strong relationship with them. This should be an easy one. Let's not make it hard. But it's going to be really hard for that other pair that goes against them. Although Nicole won't vote for Adam and Steve, she knows them. She was on last season with them. She talks to them outside of the game, and they're friends to her. And I respect that with Nicole, and I think that is a good move on her end, because she can use them as numbers because she is only the one of the few that actually know Adam and Steve and has played a game with them. So it's smart for her to keep them in her back pocket. Ashley K and Amber B get involved with this frank talk about Adam and Steve. Amber's a little worried because they're a strong pair. She doesn't want to be mixed in the mingle with saying their name and be a target by them later, especially if they win the elimination and if they go in. And she's worried that Nicole, their friend, is going to run her fucking mouth and tell her who is a part of these conversations. And Amber scene cuts to Amber B and Veronica having a conversation. And Amber B has played the game of Veronica before in Ride or Dies. And she trusts Veronica. She wants to keep Veronica safe. She thinks Veronica's smart, strategic, good to have as an ally in the game. And she lets her know about the Adam and Steve talk and who's been saying the name. And let's see how that plays out later in the season and in this episode. But what Amber B doesn't know is that, or doesn't seem to realize in this moment, is that Veronica and Katie and Adam and Steve have over 20 years of friendship. Like, you're talking to a OG about OGs. Like, Amber B, this isn't the regular challenge house, girl. What are you doing? And Veronica gives Adam and Steve the heads up, and not even Nicole. So Fessy and Adam has a talk because Adam clearly knows his name's going around the house, and he wants his opponent, and he wants it to be Frank and Sam. But they don't have a star, and he wants another star holder, but he doesn't want it to be Nani and Turbo. And he wants it to be Ashley and Dario because he thinks that Frank is the head of the snake and is one of the smartest men in the house and that can run the house. And he wants to go after his alliance members. And we know Frank and Ashley did the same Real World season. They won Battle of the Seasons together, and they're most likely allies. Fessy doesn't necessarily say yes. He's going to say, I'll see what my partner says about it. That's just your way out of getting out of any conversation, or if you don't want to make up your decision or you don't want to tell people what you're doing, I got to talk to my partner first. Always use that because you just leave uncertainty in the air and you haven't given them an answer and they can't say that they didn't cross you. And then if you don't go with what they say, you can just blame it that your partner didn't want that. Maybe it feels like Nicole has something to do with this situation on why Adam and Steve want either Ashley, Kay, and Dario or Frank and Sam because of what Frank has said, and Amber's not feeling it. But she doesn't have confirmation. She just feels like Nicole had something to do with it, which we actually haven't seen yet. Nicole is pissed because she's saying that she never said a word, which we know she didn't because they showed Veronica doing it. And now Nicole is pissed because now she seems like she's a target and maybe going home on the first night over some bullshit that she didn't even do. We now see a bunch of the players walking for the house vote after Nicole voices like, I didn't fucking say shit. But he tells them that everyone here gets a vote, but it must be unanimous per team. So 1 vote per team. Ashley and Anissa vote for Adam and Steve. Katie and Veronica, we know, ain't voting for Adam and Steve. They're like, yeah, no, they were part of our season. Like, no, we're not doing that. Fucking black and black LGBTQ pair. Are you fucking kidding me? Now, Big T and Coriel need to protect themselves. They're like, yeah, Adam and Steve. Yep, they're Adam and Steve. I vote for them. Like, as would I. Now, Melissa doesn't want to vote for Big T and Coriel, and Nicole doesn't want to vote for Adam and Steve. So I'm predicting a burner vote. So yeah, I was correct. They burn a vote on Beth and Janae. Devon and Shane and Frank and Sam vote for Adam and Steve. Are we shocked? Kellyanne and Sylvia vote for Adam and Steve. Janae and Beth vote for Adam and Steve. Beth is butthurt that she got burned voted on. Girl, you're not going into elimination. They explain why. Shut the fuck up. Leave it alone. Let's see if it affects you. I'm sure it won't. Devin and Leroy vote for Adam and Steve. Ashley and Dario vote for Adam and Steve. So Adam and Steve, they're going into elimination. But who the fuck is going in against them? Nani and Turbo vote for Adam and Steve. And TJ tells them they're going into elimination for sure. And it's tonight. Not the next day, tonight. Bessie kind of tells Amber B, like, yo, whoever you want to put in, put in. And Amber B is stuck on Nicole over this shit. But don't really know if that's the smartest move. And honestly, I really think Nicole and Melissa are going to beat Adam and Steve. Come on, Amber. DJ says that this season of Elimination, the arena, whatever you want to fucking call it, this space is called the junk, where you would either protect your star or just steal a star so that you can bank in your ticket to TJ's fine. Again, these are the current star holders: Devin and Leroy, Adam and Steve, Dario and Ashley, and Turbo and Nani. Steve and Adam like, damn, we getting old. Like, we trying to hang in here. Like, we don't know how much more we got in here. Steve's also like, you see me a lot last season. I'm tired of seeing you down here, DJ. It's getting old. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. What's Hootie and Beth? Essie and Amber get offered to throw themselves down against Adam and Steve and to try and gain their star. And they're like, no. They're too strong of a team. I'm not trying to risk it this early. We throwing in someone else. Oh, they chose Beth and Janae and Anissa. This is exactly my reaction. I'm shook with everybody else. What? Damn, Janae. I'm sorry, girl. Beth and Janae head down there, but Bessie and Amber don't really say why they chose this team. How they go from burn vote to actually going down. They then say that they don't really have any relationships with them and they don't want to fuck up trust between any of the other teams right now. I also did just see the statistic that Johnny is holding a record for having the most challenging appearances without being in the first elimination. And that just went down. Johnny's pissed. She's like, yo, I didn't feel ready. I didn't think they would say my name, like our name. Like, she even had a talk with Amber, like, hey, like, I just need to know, like, do I need a pack? Like, are you going to say my name? And Amber's like, no, you're good. Like, I would tell you. Janae is completely blindsided. She's caught off guard. She's not ready. She's not in elimination mode. Adam and Steve is defending their star. Beth and Janae are trying to steal it. This name of the elimination is called pole position, and pretty much one partner is going to roll a dice. The other partner is going to get in the tube. Whatever color the dice lands on, your partner has to go to that section of the tube where the dice roller would then stick poles in the holes that correspond with whatever round that they're on. That's how many poles that they would have to put in that color section. The point is to make it harder to maneuver your body. And once they're both completely in the tube, they will call for a check, and then they will continue the process. The first team to complete 5 rounds will win the elimination and stay in the game and become the 4th star holder. TJ says that he's already stuck 2 poles in each section. Janae and Adam are the dice rollers, while Beth and Steve are the tube runners. Round 1 is complete. Adam and Steve do finish first. There's 3 poles in the blue. This is round 1. Remember, TJ started them with 2. So red will be 2 poles if it lands on red or if it lands on yellow, and so on. And then both partners have to try and fit themselves into that tube. And once they're both in that colored tube section, they hit check and move on to the next round. Again, the first pair to finish all 5 win. Now they are rotating. Janae is the tube runner. So is Adam, while Steve and Beth put in the poles and roll the dice. Adam and Steve are in a slightly... Clearly, most teams want Janae and Beth to come back. They'd rather have them in the final than Adam and Steve, especially Beth being a quitter. Of course they want her there. Unfortunately, Adam and Steve kept up with their lead, and Beth and Janae put up a good fight, but they lost. And Adam and Steve win, and they keep their star. Beth and Janae are eliminated. They're dismissed by TJ to say their final goodbyes. Janae's like, honestly, I don't really think I could have ever done it with her. She's just, like, not my cup of tea. Like, I don't really want to see her again. We made up, but we didn't at the same time. Like, I'm still not feeling that bitch. And honestly, I don't blame her. Like, she didn't even try the challenge today. Like, maybe if you tried and we could have won, like, they're both kind of tall. Like, they're not short women. Like, they probably could have done it. We then see a cutscene of Kellyanne and Sylvia arguing. And Sylvia just pissed me the fuck off because Kellyanne goes, I have things at home. She says, yeah, I do too, Kellyanne. You know, you have dogs. I have a family. Bitch. My dogs are my family, actually. The fuck? Do you have a dog, Sylvia? I hope you don't, because clearly you don't love them enough, bitch. I was just starting to like you, and I've been defending you in my other videos. But don't ever say that shit again. Hit her, Kellyanne. Hit that bitch. Hit her. Go ahead, please. You know what? I'd be okay if you're getting kicked off.